Hello there again, everybody. Well, hello there for the first time. Welcome. I'm Serene Generation, and this is my devlog. I know this isn't as extravagant as most developers when they start and make their first devlog, but I have severe ADHD. I need to keep momentum going, and this is the furthest I've gotten. I've got a great concept here for a game, for my first game. I plan to produce games that are purely creative. I don't plan to stick to one specific genre, although roguelike is my favourite genre, and that is what we're starting with. So what have we got so far? Well, we've got here a simple start to our game. Obviously this is nothing impressive. This hasn't added any additional extras that I plan to do that are unique. So this is going to obviously take a few to reload, but what we've got is the start, and now I have adapted some stats just for testing purposes. I was testing to make sure different stats actually apply to different things, and it turns out that they do. Obviously it takes a few to reload my computer, so this is running on an external HDD drive that isn't entirely in the best state. I have to keep backing up this file in order to ensure that it doesn't get corrupted, which has happened. Obviously it's not too optimized now, but this is meant to shoot every 3 seconds. Currently it's adapted to every second. An enemy spawns, you shoot it. There's different stats. As you can see, debug.log it. You take damage, second hit, it ends the game. As you can see, it's frozen now. And yeah, this should be a lot faster the second time, because it's not really doing anything too fancy. But if I'm able to get a new external drive at some point, this will be much easier. Maybe kind of like January or February. But currently this is what we've got. It's very basic. There's actually a good bit of stuff that I had to learn for this though. For example, I had to learn about quaternions, which all I learned about quaternions essentially is A, how to use it, and B, how to how to use it, and B, that I don't need to understand the specifics, because that involves quantum mechanics, and it involves quantum mechanics, and it involves complicated maths, and I don't think I can grasp my head around that. We've got 2 little prefabs here, the enemy and the fireball. It's got a nice little circle collide 2D, nice little rigid body, movement speed of 3 and max health of 1. I know that there's a little bit of a thing here. I think I'm gonna have to set a different screen size, because if you notice, like the top and the bottom, the enemy spawns a bit close, so you don't really have time to react when your attack speed's starting at 3. Obviously this doesn't showcase the main concept of this. So this is essentially the tower. You may know the game from Mobile Game Tower. It's inspired by that, but I wanted it to be more interactive than the tower, because incremental is fun, but it gets boring after a while. I wanted to add a roguelike spin to it, so there'll be bonus stats and bonus improvements. There'll be different towers that you can unlock. So right now I'm working on the fireball tower because I want the fireball as first basic tower, so it'll be a good start and then I can adapt from there. But there's different tower concepts, like for example magic tower, which will be combining all four of the first basic towers into one tower. That sort of like makes a fusion of the two elements to make a new element, which you'd obviously get picked through the roguelike options to upgrade it. There's stuff like the minigun tower, which obviously has a faster attack rate and has a chance to knock back enemies while you're shooting at them, or rather not knock them back but prevent them moving forward, sort of hold them in spot sort of effect. Obviously that doesn't work for all, but that works for some. So it'll be stuff like that. The card system will be decided like you defeat enemies, get points, you then use those points to purchase a little card you buy that'll pop up 3 cards. The cards will have like different rarities, which will determine how much of a stat increase they provide, and every like 5 levels there'll be a mini boss. Once you defeat that, you'll get a choice of 3 special upgrades. Those upgrades will be associated to the tower specific, so each one will be unique, but they'll be unique to the tower. So there'll be that, like stuff like that, crazy fact. And then I'm thinking like every 10 levels there's gonna be a boss, and once you defeat that boss you get essentially an artifact, and an artifact is gonna be like non-tower specific powerful upgrades. So for example, maybe you get like landmines that spawn around your tower to explode enemies that get close, or maybe you have like drone that flies around an edge of your screen, around the edges of your tower to shoot at enemies, sort of like an extra tower upgrade. And those drones could obviously have different effects, like maybe magic drone or maybe like machine gun drone, sort of like take parts of the big tower but obviously a weaker version. So it's concepts like that. Now obviously this not too big. I can, however, I am proud to say that although like I'm a beginner, although I'm learning, because obviously I'm doing this while I'm also learning about how to do this sort of a whole thing, I'm proud to admit that we do not have everything as an eval statement. We have not spaghetti coded that hard. Our code is somewhat reasonable. We've got the handle of the rotation here, we've got the void update that handles rotation, handles shooting, we've got the void start here, we use the rotation speed from the stats, and we've got a nice little quaternion slurp going on there. We've got handle shooting, which obviously if stats are null it returns. Yeah, we've got shoot going on here. I admit this probably wasn't the best code to showcase what I was trying to showcase, so we'll take enemy spawner. I know that this does it. Let me there. Switch statements. This is very important if you're learning game development. Switch is essentially if else, but written so much easier, and it uses so less resources. You do not want to do the certain game developer kinda, and don't even know if you can call him that anymore. I'm pretty sure he's arrested, but you don't want to make that mistake. Don't do your entire block of code as an if else statement. Do it as a switch where possible. But yeah, I've got switch statements. But yeah, and I'm quite quite proud of my progress so far. I know it's not a lot, but I just wanted to mainly make this video to showcase A, start, B, I've got to show this to some people, not fancy people. Don't worry, I'm not looking for investment. I'll develop this solo. If people are willing to donate eventually at some point, maybe I can, I don't know, link my PayPal, set up a GoFundMe, something like that. But this isn't designed for investment. This is more designed as a diary for me. I want to make this video weekly. I want to commit 15 hours a week minimum to this. Obviously currently I don't have a job, so if you would like to consider supporting in any way, subscribe, like, come back for more videos, you know, see where I go from here. But yeah, very basic right now, but we do have the start of a game, which is better than a blank canvas, because that always gives me, it basically freezes me up. But until next week, this has been me, Serene Generation. Feel free to check out my other channel for gaming content or videos that I've made that may be interesting, may not be interested. I don't know. If you want to find out about how the universe may potentially be away from my perspective, feel free to check out my other channel. It's just Serene Generation. But this has been me, Serene Generation, and I am out, yo. Peace.